The final solution, the Nazi plan for the Jews. The world's deadliest and most systematic mass murder of the Jews are claimed to be the final solution to the Jewish question. Even though the plan sounds ridiculous, the solution was still carried out. But why was it done? What exactly was the plan? And what was the intent behind the plan? Continue watching the video till the end to know more. Hey everyone, and welcome back to yet another video from our channel. We hope you guys are doing extremely well. In this video, we'll be talking about the final solution, the Nazi plan for the Jews. We will be diving deep into every aspect of this topic, so if you are new to this channel, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. Now without any further ado, let's hop right into the video. The Nazi, final solution to the Jewish question. Endlösung der Judenfrage was the deliberate and systematic mass murder of European Jews. It was the last stage of the Holocaust and took place from 1941 to 1945. Though many Jews were killed before the final solution began, the vast majority of Jewish victims were murdered during this period. It is not known when the leaders of Nazi Germany definitively decided to implement the final solution. What is clear, however, is that the final solution was the culmination of a decade of increasingly severe discriminatory anti-Jewish measures implemented by the Nazis. Today, the final solution is used as a synonym for the genocide of Europe's Jews. Under the rule of Adolf Hitler, the persecution and segregation of Jews was implemented in stages. After the Nazi Party achieved power in Germany in 1933, its state-sponsored racism led to anti-Jewish legislation, economic boycotts, and the violence of the Kristallnacht, Night of the Broken Glass, programs, all of which aimed to systematically isolate Jews from society and drive them out of the country. After the September 1939 German invasion of Poland, the beginning of World War II, anti-Jewish policy escalated to the imprisonment and eventual murder of European Jewry. The Nazi first established ghettos, enclosed areas designed to isolate and control the Jews, in the general government, a territory in central and eastern Poland overseen by a German civilian government, and the Wartegau, an area of western Poland annexed to Germany. Polish and Western European Jews were deported to these ghettos, where they lived in overcrowded and unsanitary conditions with inadequate food. After the June 1941 German invasion of the Soviet Union, SS and police units, acting as mobile killing units, began massive killing operations aimed at entire Jewish communities. By autumn 1941, the SS and police introduced mobile gas vans. These paneled trucks had exhaust pipes reconfigured to pump poisonous carbon monoxide gas into sealed spaces, killing those locked within. They were designed to complement ongoing shooting operations. On July 17, 1941, 4 weeks after the invasion of the Soviet Union, Hitler tasked SS chief Heinrich Himmler with responsibility for all security matters in the occupied Soviet Union. Hitler gave Himmler broad authority to physically eliminate any perceived threats to permanent German rule. 2 weeks later, on July 31, 1941, Nazi leader Hermann Göring authorized SS General Reinhard Heydrich to make preparations for the implementation of a complete solution of the Jewish question. In the autumn of 1941, SS chief Heinrich Himmler assigned German General Odilo Globocnik, SS and police leader for the Lublin district, with the implementation of a plan to systematically murder the Jews of the general government. The codename Operation Reinhard was eventually given to this plan, named after Heydrich, who was assassinated by Czech partisans in May 1942. As part of Operation Reinhard, Nazi leaders established 3 killing centers in Poland, Belzec, Sobibor, and Treblinka, with the sole purpose of the mass murder of Jews. The Majdanek camp served from time to time as a killing site for Jews residing in the general government. In its gas chambers, the SS killed tens of thousands of Jews, primarily forced laborers too weak to work. The SS and police killed at least 167,000 Jews, as well as approximately 4,300 Roma, gypsies, in the gas vans at the Kelno killing center about 30 miles northwest of Lodz. In the spring of 1942, Himmler designated Auschwitz II, Auschwitz-Birkenau, as a killing facility. SS authorities murdered approximately 1 million Jews from various European countries at Auschwitz-Birkenau. German SS and police murdered nearly 2,700,000 Jews in the killing centers, either by asphyxiation with poison gas or by shooting. In its entirety, the final solution called for the murder of all European Jews by gassing, shooting, and other means. 6 million Jewish men, women, and children were killed during the Holocaust. 2/3 of the Jews living in Europe before World War II, the final solution is the shortened version of what the Nazis called the final solution to the Jewish question. It was the term for the Nazi plan for the extermination and genocide of the Jewish people during World War II. The code name for the murder of all Jews in Reich was not restricted to Europe. Once they had completed their aims within the continent, the program evolved during the first 2 years of the war, leading to the Holocaust, where the aim was to murder every last Jew in the German grasp. The final solution was a policy of the Nazi Party, a policy of deliberate and systematic genocide, and was formulated by Nazi leadership in the January of 1942 at the WWII conference, which was held near Berlin. Following this, the Holocaust took the lives of 90% of the Polish Jewish population, 2/3 of the Jewish European population, that is around 6 million Jews in total. Phase 1 of the final solution, killing squads of Operation Barbarossa. Operation Barbarossa was the code name attributed to the Nazi invasion of the Soviet Union, commencing on the 22nd of June in 1942. According to Hitler, Bolshevism, found in the Soviet Union, was just the most recent and most nefarious manifestation of the eternal Jewish threat. This belief quickly opened the doors to the systematic genocide of the Jews across the continent. Hitler appointed about 3,000 men from various policing bodies to the Einsatzgruppen, whose purpose was to eliminate both communists and Jews in the Nazi-occupied territories. They were to proceed ruthlessly against all Jews, no matter their sex or their age. The critical taboos surrounding killing women and children had been breached after the Einsatzgruppen had received a talking to about how low their murder figures were. Heydrich issued an order to actively include Jewish women and children in all subsequent shootings. By the end of July, the entire Jewish population of the city Vilega had been executed. We were faced with a question: what about the women and the children? I have decided on a solution to this problem. I did not consider myself justified to exterminate the men only. In other words, to kill them or have them killed while allowing the Avengers, in the form of their children, to grow up in the midst of our sons and grandsons. The difficult decision had to be made to have these people disappear from the earth. Heinrich Himmler, 6th of October, 1943. By the end of 1941, over 439,800 Jewish people had been killed by the Nazis via killing squads. In fact, certain regions across Eastern Europe had been declared free of Jews. In addition, the final solution policy became common knowledge for all those within the SS. Within the next 2 years, it has been estimated that the number of killings soared to a potential 800,000. A number of historians mark the start date of the implementation of the final solution when the German army took over the city of Bialystok, and the reserve police battalion arrived in the city and proceeded to set the Great Synagogue on fire, when hundreds of Jewish men locked in. This was apparently the catalyst for the other arson attacks, killings, and general destruction of Jewish property. Phase 2 of the final solution: deportation to death camps. Phase 2 is what most people think about when they think about the Holocaust. This is where the Nazis believed that in order to speed up the process, they had to take it further than mass killings via the squads and set up extermination centers. The killings in Phase 2 started with gas vans, which were approved by Heydrich. He confirmed the effectiveness of industrial killings by exhaust fumes and the art of deception. Construction for the first killing center at Belzec started back in October 1941, just 3 months before the WWII conference. By March 1941, the place was fully operational. Nazis set up more and more camps, such as Treblinka and Auschwitz. The two camps, who claimed the most life by 1943, around 2 million Jews had been executed at the hands of the Nazis. The Holocaust by bullets, as opposed to the Holocaust by gas, took place in Nazi-occupied Polish territory. This is where mass shootings took place in conjunction with ghetto uprisings. For example, 13,000 Jews were massacred by 1943 during the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. Why was there a final solution? For us today, it seems insane as to how and why this terrible policy was ever thought up. Historians often clash in their beliefs of when and how the Nazi Party decided that Jews were to be killed en masse. The historical controversy is often described as functionalism versus intentionalism. Many historians point out that we do not have any written or recorded evidence of Hitler himself ordering the final solution, and therefore there is a lot of confusion as to how it actually came about. Leading historian Raoul Hilberg explained the steps which led to the devastation were an administrative process carried out by bureaucrats in a network of offices spanning a continent, the destruction of the European Jews. In support of this, Peter Longerich states that searching for a start date of the final solution is futile. He does not see it as one single decision which started the genocide. Rather, it was a build-up of persecution which worked in stages, rather than it was simply the plan all along. And that's all for today. Did we miss out on anything? Do you have any other insights on this topic? Did you enjoy watching this video? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. We hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Please like the video if you have not already, and make sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to press the bell icon to never miss another update from our channel. With that being said, let's meet in another one of these videos. Until then, see ya.